Hey everyone, it's Amanda here with your November 2019 RuneScope. Big announcement this month. As of mid-December, RuneScopes will be going on an indefinite hiatus. So, yeah, my full-time gig has just gotten to be a little too much to try to balance making the videos and private sessions and all of that stuff. So, yeah, there will not be any more videos starting in 2020, and I will also no longer be offering private sessions until after mid-December. So if you've always wanted to get a session with me and you never have, it's now or never. I'll do my best to accommodate everyone, but it is, you know, first come, first serve for the 30-minute Skype session. So drop me an email if you want to set those up. Get them before they're gone, get them while they're hot. I did want to let you know also next month, instead of a December RuneScope, I'll be posting your 2020 RuneScope. It'll be the same format, but I will just be looking at the full year instead of 1 month. So that at least you'll have that here on YouTube and you can refer back to it throughout 2020. This month's spiritual guidance will also be the final thing that I post over on my Vimeo channel. I am not going to renew that in February, so it will go away at February 2020. But again, all of that content will be outdated as of then. This will be the last thing posted over there. So just wanted to give you a heads up about that, so you won't be like, oh, you know, that my spiritual guidance from February 2017 went away. Yeah, all of that stuff will be gone. So just wanted to let you know about that. I think that's it. Yeah, this is just something I had to do. I have to kind of, you know, turn my attention to other things now. It's just time. So we'll talk about it a little bit more in the 2020 RuneScope next month. But this month, let's turn our focus to November. I will be using, in conjunction with our runes, the Golden Tarot by Cat Black. There are 2 videos. I think it's Scorpio and Cancer that I use the Oswald Worth Tarot, for those of you that are interested in that. But it was just too hard to shuffle because it's a brand new deck. So I've got to break this one in a little bit more because it was seriously like hurting my hands. So I had to switch. So if you notice that there's a different deck in those 2 readings, that's why. Then, as I said, be sure to join me for our last, at least for a while, hey, I never say never, but our last spiritual guidance reading from the Wisdom of the Oracle divination cards. This is by Colette Baron Reed. If you don't have time to learn the tarot, you know, don't want to learn how to read runes, but you need something to kind of check in and read for yourself, I highly recommend this deck. It is the best oracle deck I've ever used. It's not all airy-fairy rainbows and butterflies and that kind of BS. It's like it actually has like real world wisdom, practical advice for you. So if you are looking for stuff you can actually use and you want to read for yourself, but again, maybe don't have time to go into the study that it would take to learn the entire tarot system, then I highly recommend this deck if you just need a way to get some quick, concise, practical answers. So, and I'll try to remember to put a link to it below in the description box with everything else. But I think that covers it for now. But let's jump in and see what November holds for all of you. Hey Taurus! Let's jump into your RuneScope for November 2019. See what's up. For Taurus, November 2019. So last month, Taurus, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was your reading that was pretty young and the restless. I was very... There was some drama ding dong going on. So I'm kind of curious to see. And if you missed last month, definitely go back and watch the Taurus October. And it was either going on with you or around you. Maybe we've got some resolution here in November. Let's see. As always, this is a general reading though, so keep in mind, if it's not applying to you, then I'm talking to other Tauruses that need the messages more, you can check the video for your rising sign as well. Many months you will find that all of your messages are coming through that video anyway. It's just your rising sign's more specific to your personal astrological chart. If you would like something far more specific, you can, for a limited time, still get private sessions with me. If you don't know what I mean by that, be sure to check the intro that I just did, because that's where I explain everything. So just hit that little rewind button. In general, though, in the present, end of October going into November, we've got the Five of Swords. So this card's about conflict. It's really about war, but it's about winning the war, winning at all costs, right? But considering the runes next to it here, I feel like some of you are striking out or kind of, this is like maybe a revenge a little bit. It may not be the only motive for all of you, but there could be some revenge going on. Revenge at all costs. I feel like you're just, some of you are lashing out from a hurt place, or someone is. Again, I think that, you know, this could be talking about somebody close to you that you're helping through something or dealing with an issue. But it has something to do with wanting to make a new start, a new beginning, a new relationship, a new life even, a new project. This seems more personal though. We've got a lot of like relationship stuff going on here. Not necessarily romantic relationship. When I say relationship, I'm talking about any relationship. So it could be a family member, it could be a friend. But yeah, there's been conflict, there's been struggle, there's been battles. Because someone was deeply hurt, or felt used or abused or lied to or taken advantage of in some way. And so now though, here in the present, we're trying to figure out how to move forward. And someone, and it could be you, Taurus, someone feels like they can't move forward or move on from this unless they get some sort of satisfaction, some sort. It makes me think of a duel, like in the old days, if you ever watch like period films or things, like I demand satisfaction, that means they're gonna duel, right? So that's what I'm kind of hearing or feeling. Like, you know, let's take this outside. I mean, there's something that you're like determined to get the upper hand in this situation and win the war. So, but I feel like it leads to a good place. So it's either like maybe just the fact that you're willing to go this far, or someone is, the other party or the other person is just like, you know, no, it's not worth it, or, you know, maybe sees the error of their ways. I mean, that would be the ultimate, right? Maybe apologizes, or kind of drops an act of some sort. But you know, and somebody could be lashing out at you this way, Taurus, because they feel hurt by you, because again, it's general reading, so I'm talking to a lot of different people out there, and you know, there's just impossible for just one scenario to apply to all of you. Statistically impossible. But this is what all of those scenarios have in common, is someone feels hurt, someone is lashing out in revenge, or to get one over, to have the last word, to have the last strike, to have the, you know, the last say on the matter. But yeah, because they're hurt. So whatever's going on, and however maybe nasty someone is being, or however like nasty you're being or have been, it is because this person was deeply hurt by someone else. The challenge of the month, we've got the Six of Coins in reverse. So this is like selfishness, somebody being self-centered, very ungenerous, perhaps with money, but more often because, more likely actually, because we're talking about, we've got so many other emotional indications here in your reading. Selfish with their time, with their emotions. It's all about them. Their needs, their wants, their desires. They haven't been putting you first, or they haven't been thinking of other people. It's all just me, 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 me. like for some of you, the challenge is to give this person another shot, to forgive them, to overcome this. And for some of you, this is a family member, because I do have some family runes coming up here too. It's a big family-themed month here in the States, because we do have Thanksgiving. So those of you that celebrate that, maybe it's like I need to get this kind of wrapped up or taken care of, or I really don't want this hanging over Thanksgiving, or you know, you may be kind of like the challenge is to figure out what you're going to do about this before you have to see this person at the dinner table, or whatever. For some of you, it could be a mother or a mother-in-law or a mother figure. You could be the mother, and it could be one of your children that you are struggling with, arguing with, disagreeing with. And it does seem to be because somebody was only thinking of themselves with something they've done or said. And that's really just rubbed you the wrong way here, Taurus. You're really... And maybe it's somebody that you have done a lot of things for. Yeah, again, if it's one of your kids, it's like, you know, how much have I done for you? And then you turn around and do this, or treat me this way, or say this, or say this to me. Or again, like your mom, your mother-in-law. Yeah, it just seems like somebody is very audacious, very, again, just self-centered, and all about themselves. At least when it comes to a certain situation, or a certain, at least when it comes to you, maybe. For some of you, the challenge is to let this go and move on, or to move forward with plans, even though this person may be around, or some of you may be breaking off from this person and not speaking to them anymore. That may be what the challenge is. For others of you, the challenge is going to be to stop giving this person everything that they ask for, everything they want. Your challenge is to become like this and be less giving, less generous with your time, your money, your attention, because this person doesn't deserve it. But again, if it's your kid, it's your mom, it's, you know, somebody you care about, it can be difficult, especially if you're a parent, to not, you know, want, because that's just nature, right? Well, for most people, not for everybody. We certainly have some crappy parents out there, but for most people, that's the nature, right? You want to give, you want to protect. Anything you can do for them, you want to be able to do that, and you want to do that for them. But it could be that it's like maybe you've created a monster here, Taurus. You, somebody maybe's been a little too spoiled. They're a little too used to getting whatever they want, not having to put any effort in, and then they treat you however they want to treat you, and that's not cool. No matter who it is and who they are to you. The help that's going to be available, we do have the Justice card in reverse. Here's what it looks like in the upright in our deck here. So yeah, what's going to help you is if this is a pattern that you're having trouble breaking, you give too much, you're too generous, you're too attentive, you're doing too much for somebody. They have done something, or they will do something that is it's just too much. It's just too over the top. You can't let it slide. And other people are like, you know, why would you put up with this? Or, you know, I can't believe this person treats you this way. You know, it's like other people are noticing. And they may be, you may feel like at first you got a bunch of people in your business interfering in your business, or, you know, this could involve more than one person. Maybe you're not the only person that someone has treated this way. Again, patterns are patterns. But, yeah, there's been some unfairness. You've been treated unfairly, and you can't let this slide. Not only because other people have noticed and maybe chiming in. Don't be embarrassed. This is happening for a reason, so that you can put your foot down and chart a new course here in this relationship. And if this person is not okay with you kind of demanding, you know, respect or to be treated fairly, then they don't deserve your time. They certainly don't deserve your money or your, you know, your constant concern. So, but yeah, you may feel like no one understands, Taurus, where you're coming from. And I will tell you that I don't think they do. I think whatever is happening here, many people are like, what, you know, I don't understand why you're putting up with this, you know? But there is someone, probably a female friend or maybe another female relative, or, you know, who does get it and who understands why you're doing what you're doing. But there's going to be a breakthrough here. And I do feel like intuitively you're just going to know, like, this is it. I gotta put a stop to this. I gotta go a different way with this. This is not working. It's not fair. It's not right. So I do feel like you are going to change course here, because you have a lot of luck and a lot of protection around you. So this is leading to something else. Again, starting a new beginning in some way. And maybe the new beginning is kind of freeing yourself of this influence here, Taurus, because it's not a good one. What must be accepted? We've got the Five of Cups. So yeah, we've got a disappointment. Someone letting you down. You're disappointed in someone's behavior. You're disappointed in how they're treating you, or maybe how they're treating other people. Maybe how they're treating everyone. I feel like for some of you this involved, yeah, lies, trickery, some sort of deceit. You trusted what someone said, and then, you know, you were disappointed in them, or they promised something and didn't deliver. Again, it's like a take energy. We do have the rune of Gifu, so it could be a partner, it could be a spouse, it could be anyone, though, that you have a strong one-on-one bond with. So again, your kid, your mom, your sister. And I do feel other people are involved in this somehow. So again, it seems like either the family group or the friend group, people are getting involved in this that you're like. The thing is, though, I think there's kind of an audience for this, or other people chiming in, because you kind of need to see how it looks to other people, Taurus. I feel like for whatever reason that's important to kind of wake you up to this person, or yeah, this behavior and how kind of appalling it really is. But yeah, there could be some gossip going on. I mean, it's just temporary. We do have Mercury retrograde in November, yay. So yeah, miscommunications, arguments, all that stuff is prevalent anyway when Mercury does the backward mambo here. But yeah, there could be gossip and just, you know, a lot of things that you just don't want to deal with. It's just a bunch of drama. It does look like we're still in The Young and the Restless. Taurus, I mean, geez, you may want the show to be canceled. Like you're over it, I feel. But yeah, it's just a temporary energy. This all will pass. But there are some decisions you need to make about one person in particular. Maybe more than one, but it does seem one person is at the crux of this. There's one person driving the cart who really you feel should have been more mindful, should have been more caring, should have been more mature or understanding that this is not the way you treat people. But the outcome is beautiful because we got the Four of Wands. So this is a family celebration. It could be a wedding. It could be Thanksgiving. Yeah, any kind of family reunion. Everybody coming together to celebrate something. It does look like travel's involved. So for many of you, whatever this is, if it is family, it does seem like you're going to resolve it. If it's not a family member, you're still going to go have fun with your family. You're going to enjoy a nice Thanksgiving. If they're coming to your house, it's going to be quite... if you've got travelers coming in to stay with you, it's going to be quite a lovely celebration. I do see this taking your mind off of things. And again, if it is with a family member, this problem, either they're not coming or you will have resolved it by the holiday. Again, like I said, maybe when this person sees how determined you are to not put up with this anymore, maybe they'll start changing their tune and see the error of their ways. One can hope, right? But yeah, what a lovely note to end on here. For some of you, this could be a move into a new home because yeah, the Four of Wands is all about the house, the home. But again, because of the rune around it, I do feel like this is more traveling to be with family, traveling to see friends. There's a reunion element with this and seeing people you haven't seen in a while and just having a really good time. I'm also feeling like some of you are cooking some wonderful things. You may be making a dish or a treat or something that you just really, really love. And Tauruses can be very passionate about cooking. They can be very good cooks because you love food. So yeah, a Taurus dish is usually pretty savory and delightful. So yeah, just enjoy the good company. Enjoy the people who have your best interest at heart, Taurus. Try not to stoop to someone else's level. I mean, it looks like it, even if you do, it's been a long time in coming, but you know, it's kind of like, you know, it's one of those things. Do you want to get down in the dirt and roll around with somebody who's down in the dirt, or you just want to rise above it? Because it looks like to me, most of you are going to rise above it, or move on from it because you've got such a beautiful ending to the month. But meet me over on Vimeo. Going to shuffle our Wisdom of the Oracle cards. I do want to see what further guidance they have for you about this and what other clues we may get about who this is, what it is, you know, who started it. But yeah, that link is below to the Vimeo channel. I'll see you over there for that. And then I will see you back here for December. Talk to you later, Taurus.